Hi, I'm Holiday Hev, and you're joining me as I spend 7 nights on board P&O Iona, cruising through the Norwegian Fjords and visiting the ports of Haugesund, Olden, Flam and Stavanger. In part 2 we arrive at Olden and take on the Skylift at Luen to enjoy the incredible views at the top, ride the scenic railway train at the port of Flam up into the mountains, and finally take a fast ride out to Pulpit's Rock in Stavanger by rib boat. So let's join me back on the ship on day 4. Well, it's a very good morning from me, and we are officially now sailing down the fjords. So we've woken up this morning to absolutely phenomenal views, as you can see behind me. Here's some of the amazing views that you see as we sail into the fjords. So we're heading out now to Luen Skylift. It's really manic, obviously being such a popular port stop. Everybody's storming down the stairs, so the lifts are a no chance. Anyway, let's go. Okay, so we're on the coach now. All you do is when you get off the ship, you find your shore experiences person, show them your tickets, and they tell you which coach numbers to go on. And then head to the coach and give in your tickets. So after a very quick coach journey, probably less than 10 minutes, here we are at the Luen Skylift. As you can see, there's quite a big queue, but apparently that's quite normal, very popular. And check out how steep that is. The Luen Skylift is one of the steepest cable cars in the world and lifts you 1,000 metres up Mount Hoven in just 5 minutes. It was opened back in 2017 and the build cost about 300 million Norwegian kroner. Once we got to the top, the views were spectacular, but sadly we only had 15 minutes to enjoy them as our trip was running late due to the long queue to get on the Skylift. But we made the most of our short time up there. Now that is a view. Awesome. And in a flash it was time to head back down again. I think the journey back down was even more dramatic than the way up, and we even went through a cloud. So I'm back on board again now after that amazing trip on the Skylift. Those views, oh my goodness, it's just absolutely mind-blowing. So anyway, we're off to the quays now to sample the fish and chips because we haven't tried any yet. Finally got some fish and chips with curry sauce as recommended by a few of my friends. Let's see how they compare to Weymouth fish and chips. Well, the empty tray says a lot. That was awesome. Really, really good. I'm well impressed. Really crispy batter, chunky fish, crispy and chunky chips, and that curry sauce, or I'm going to go with it's more like curry gravy. It's superb. I'm definitely having that again before the end of the holiday. Okay, so back down to Vistas, and I've ordered today an iced cappuccino with a caramel syrup shot. What a fantastic view to enjoy while drinking my iced coffee. So everyone's lined up, ready for the sail away at Olden. Bye bye Olden. Hopefully see you again soon. Still got about another 10 excursions we want to do. Okay, so that's me showered and dressed and ready for the evening. We're going to head off downstairs to the glass house because they do a really nice rioja there. So we're going to grab a couple of glasses, join the virtual queue for the next dining room that we want to try. And then afterwards, I think we're going to head off to the clubhouse. So yeah, that's our evening really. It's actually gone 11 p.m. at night. And I thought I'd have to bring you out onto the balcony to say goodnight to you because it's still daylight. It's the maddest thing. So anyway, this evening we actually end up going to the Pearl restaurant and having a shared table. Hence why I haven't actually filmed anything, because there was obviously a lot of people on the table. After we had been virtually kicked out of the restaurant because we were still hanging around for so long, we went up to the clubhouse where they had a 70s night and listened to some of the music from the Pulse, which is the house party band, who were brilliant. But now it's time for bed because we've got a really early start tomorrow. We're going to be doing the Flam Scenic Railway and we've got to be at the dock at 7:45 a.m. Anyway, good night from me and see you in the morning. Good morning. So it's Flam Day, as I think they pronounce it today. We've got a very early start. So we're going to have some breakfast and then we're going to head off. Anyway, let's eat. A breakfast fit for a king. So this should fill me up for quite a while anyway while we're out. Got some of their own coffee today. We haven't got time to go to the posh cafe, so it will have to do. I need something to wake me up. Let's head off the ship and go and join our group. Oh, it's a bit of rain. Luckily, we will be inside for most of it. That's us, Group 3, 8:15 a.m, Scenic Flam Railway. It's only a 5-minute walk to the train station when you get off the ship. Our train was waiting in the station when we arrived, ready to whisk us up the mountain. You can see how close we are to the ship from here. The Flam railway line is 20 kilometres long and climbs 2,841 feet to Myrdal station at the top. It's considered to be one of the most beautiful and steepest railways in the world. We had a quick pit stop at Juicefossen Waterfall, but missed the mysterious dancing lady as it took us too long to get off the train. Check this out, we're getting seriously wet. How amazing is that? We had a 15-minute stop at the end of the line at Myrdal station. We then swapped sides with other passengers so we could see the views from the other side on the way back down. We really enjoyed our Flam Scenic Rail journey and would definitely recommend this excursion. My one good tip is to make sure you sit near the door to hop off the train quicker at the waterfall. We took a walk around Flam after our train ride to see what else there is to do around the port itself. We saw lots of bars, restaurants and souvenir shops to visit, and a museum too. When at Flam, if you can't get on the big train, you can always go on the little train. Honk, honk. We're back on the ship again and straight up to the quays for some lunch. Starving. Thought I'd go for the green Thai prawn curry again. That was so tasty the other day. So after lunch, once the food's gone down, we're hoping to head off to a hot tub somewhere. This is our view from our balcony. It's a really pretty port, this one. It's definitely worthy of having a balcony on this particular cruise, especially when you're cruising in and out of the fjords. You've just got constant moving scenery and it's just fantastic. So it's now the afternoon. I've had a great time in the hot tub, met some really lovely people in there. It's always a great place, isn't it, to have a chit chat with everybody. So now though, it is time for our daily coffee. So off to Vistas. Today's little coffee beauty is an iced cappuccino with a caramel shot. It's one great thing about Vistas, especially if you come here in the afternoon on a hot day. You can have a coffee and enjoy the views. We'll be sailing away from Flam shortly. This should be a good scenic sail away as well. I've headed to the back of the ship in the sunset bar. Once it's reversed, I'll be able to bid Flam a fond farewell. And so we bid a fond farewell to this lovely port. It is Bon voyage. See you soon. So we're heading into the olive grove now for the first time this holiday. A bit of cheeky Italian. This is the Italian antipasti board. It's supposed to be sharing for two, but I do think they maybe need to put another bit of bread in there, because I think there's going to be a bit of a bread fight going on shortly. Right, let's dig in. I would definitely recommend ordering two of these. Even though it says for sharing, I could have eaten one of them easily by myself. For my main, I ordered the lamb gyros, which I always get the name of that wrong. And this is what it looks like. We're heading back into the Headliners Theatre tonight to see their big show festival. This was recommended to me. It's supposed to be really good, very bright and colourful, so hopefully it'll be a good one. Anyway, let's go and find a seat. That was a really good show festival, really lively, lots of dancing, lots of singing, lots of great songs. Yeah, I'll definitely recommend that one. It's been a long day and another exciting and long day again tomorrow. So we will be sailing into Stavanger and we have got a rib boat ride booked. Very wet, lots of fun, can't wait. Anyway, thanks for watching today and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. So thanks Paul and Julie, whoever you are, your note made me smile. Good morning. So it's a slightly overcast but fairly bright day today and it's not raining in Stavanger, so that's good. We're going to be heading out shortly to do the rib boat ride up to Pulpit's Rock, so really looking forward to this one. It should be quite hair-raising, quick, bumpy, love it. But first, breakfast. Right, it's Horizon buffet time for breakfast as we're running a little bit late today. Time for battle. So I made it through the breakfast battle, but today we managed to bag a window seat. It's quite an interesting view in Stavanger. It's not quite the scenic mountains and waterfalls that we've had over the last few days. It's very towny. Yay, so we finally got in one of these beach hut style booths. Really pleased about that. Hey Andy. Today I have gone for the southern fried chicken and the fries with some chicken gravy. Looking good. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. See, it's getting a lot busier here now. I think a lot of people are coming back on board. Bye bye to Stavanger. You've been great and we've thoroughly enjoyed our rib boat ride. This is our final sail away and our next stop is unfortunately Southampton. But we've got a sea day tomorrow, so we'll have more adventures and more things to do and showing you what you can do on a sea day. Crazy seagulls. Maybe they followed us from Weymouth. Did you know I can speak seagull? Chip, 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 chip. See?
He's feeding them. He's throwing stuff out, he's feeding them.
And he's just pointed out that people are throwing stuff off the balcony for them. That's why they're going a bit mental. They're all going to start landing on the boat soon and stealing everyone's chips. Right, so it's time to head out for the evening now. So we're going to go do our usual and get a glass of wine in the glass house because they're the only bar that we found on board that you can actually get a glass of Rioja with the classic drinks package. We ate a bit later that night at Opal main dining room. Unfortunately, they had long delays in this smaller dining room that evening, so we didn't get out of there until much later, and we were so tired we headed straight to bed. It's a very sunny good morning from me. Today is our last day on board the ship, and we've got a sea day. Wow, check out the weather. As we're heading back to the UK, they're actually having a heat wave at the moment, so something to look forward to when we get back. Anyway, we're going to go off to breakfast and then we're going to be spending the day seeing what you can do around the ship on a sea day. We have a thermal spa booking at 2:15 PM I think it is, for 2 hours. And that's it, so let's get on with the day. Today's choices from the Horizon Buffet: a waffle, pancake, maple syrup and bacon. And I've got a cheeky blueberry and nutmeg muffin for my breakfast pudding. Andy's just arrived with coffees, nice, definitely needed today. And the first thing we're going to do today is hit the beachcomber pool. So we'll have a look what it's like, see how busy it is. Near all the pools and hot tubs you can find loads of clean towels. Once you're finished with them, right nearby there's a used towel bin as well. Pretty breezy day today, despite the sunshine. We're trying to find a place that's a bit more sheltered from the wind. I think we found ourselves a spot. This bit here is enclosed by glass, kind of all the way round. It's not as breezy here, so this will do, and it is literally a hop, skip and jump to the beachcomber pool. All around the ship, on different levels and by the lifts, you've got these really handy ship maps. It tells you where you are, and then it tells you all the different places on all the different decks. We found them extremely useful to navigate around the ship. After lunch and after a little walk around, we decided to come to the clubhouse as John Danbury, the magician, is here to do a hands-on workshop and teach people some of the tricks. This is one of the things we've got up to on our sea day. So we've got a 2-hour thermal spa session booked in the Oasis Spa. So we had a really nice 2-hour session in their thermal spa. There's a salt steam room, a normal steam room and a sauna in there, as well as a hydrotherapy pool with various different bubbles and jets. Yeah, it's fantastic, and also there's a nice relaxation room afterwards where you can get tea, coffee and water as well. Very nice, so definitely recommend this. So I'm dressed up for the last time on my very last meal on board, and we're off to Coral, which is one of the bigger main dining rooms. You coming with me? I got a little overexcited and ate half of my starter, but it's actually called pulled pork and apple bonbon. It's very tasty, and it's got some crispy pancetta or something like that as well. It goes really well with it. This is salmon en croûte on a bed of spinach and leek. I selected crepe Suzette for my dessert, and this is a pudding that I haven't had since my mum made it back in the 80s sometime. It was like a kind of special pudding that we always used to look forward to. That's the final meal finished. It was absolutely brilliant. In fact, that was probably the best meal we've had since we've been on board. I mean, all the meals have been good and the service has been excellent in the restaurants, but that one was just a brilliant, brilliant end to the holiday. Just delicious. We were treated to a beautiful sunset on our very last night out on deck. What an amazing way to end our holiday. So it's good night from me, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. We woke up this morning to the sights and sounds of Southampton port. It's a lovely sunny day out there and about 24 degrees, I think. After a quick breakfast, we'll leave the ship, grab our suitcases and then head on back to Weymouth. It's weird actually coming down here and not having an audience. For those who've been on board before, you know what I mean. Everyone sits all the way around here as you come down the stairs. I think they're waiting for you to trip over actually, but luckily I never did. I bid a fond farewell to Iona. We've had a great week on board. Just want to say a quick goodbye to the atrium. You've been very nice and shiny. And a very fond farewell to Vista's Cafe Bar. Thoroughly enjoyed the coffees here. Coffees with a view. Although not quite the same view today, as you can see. Yeah. So we're heading down the gangplank back onto UK soil. So I've done full circle, 7 nights, and I'm back now at Southampton, and it's time to head home. Also time to bid a massive fond farewell to P&O Iona. Farewell, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you again soon. Bye bye.